Considering Rwanda's evolving healthcare landscape and in effort to support and strengthen the country's health and pharmaceutical systems, Rwanda has signed a twinning cooperation agreement with EU countries under the EU Twinning Project. This consortium consists of 4 European countries: France, Germany, Belgium, and Lithuania.
This twinning cooperation aims at improving the national regulatory environment by building the capacity of Rwanda FDA to regulate locally manufactured pharmaceutical products, including vaccines, for the local, continental, and international markets.
The aim of this collaboration is to enhance the Rwanda FDA's regulatory functions for medicinal products, including vaccines, ensuring that they meet the highest standards of safety and efficacy. The EU Twinning Project targeted the improvement of the regulatory framework governing medicinal products and vaccines, ensuring stringent standards aligned with international best practices. The EU Twinning Project targeted the improvement of the regulatory framework governing medicinal products and vaccines, ensuring stringent standards aligned with international best practices.
The key factors that influence our decision to collaborate with the Rwanda FDA on this twinning project are first the international context. It all started in June 21 in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. And there were legitimate questions raised on health equity and access to vaccine and resilience of the overall health system. Around the same time, Europe announced, the EU, together with its member states, announced that they would be collectively supporting local manufacturing of medicines and vaccines around the world with our partner countries. And this is where collaboration with the government of Rwanda started.
The primary objective of the EU Twinning Project was to elevate Rwanda's pharmaceutical sector to international standards. With a clear focus on medicinal products and vaccines, the project aimed to enhance the regulatory framework, streamline authorization processes, inspections, and post-market surveillance, as well as laboratory testing for regulated products.
Our teams used to go there and arrived. Of course, they interacted with the different experts from those advanced NRAs, and for them it was an opportunity to interact, ask different questions from those advanced NRAs, experts working there, and once back they shared the knowledge acquired there, and also they started putting into practices into our regulatory environment.
We used to have actually a monthly meeting with them, where also they help us to have a kind of identification of gaps based on WHO benchmarking tools. We do know now the gaps we do know for this particular new function for Rwanda FDA will be helping us to do quite control vaccines.
The project was split into 3 components: improving legal framework and regulatory functions linked to medicinal products, strengthening of market surveillance and control function, vigilance and laboratory testing functions. Support the establishment of the official batch release function for vaccines. From initial benchmarking to on-site activities, the EU Twinning Project meticulously contributed to the path forward. Achievements encompassed workshops on risk management, capacity building activities, and enhanced regional cooperation, marking a significant stride towards a resilient health system.
My input in the frame of this twinning project for Rwanda FDA was to present for colleagues here EU regulatory requirements as well as SOPs in the area of PSURs and RMPs, when we also had reviewed Rwanda's FDA regulation guidelines and SOPs. And following the discussion with the colleagues from Rwanda FDA, we proposed amendments to those documents.
We had several meetings and discussions with the staff from Rwanda FDA about principal strategies of releasing biologicals, releasing vaccines, and we also had discussions even in specific meetings, international meetings, on how to prioritize the procedures or the strategies to release lots. And for example, to start with a procedure that includes the protocol review and the release of a product after based on protocol review only.
I am the component leader of Component 1. Component 1 is related to regulatory aspect, strategy, quality management system, risk management system, crisis management system, but also clinical trials, marketing authorization, and cooperation with the other countries, regional countries or international countries. I think that we did already a lot of missions since 1 year and a half, and Rwanda FDA did a lot of progresses. It's really interesting to work with them, and also I'm happy for them because they really go really fast in their different progress.
My contribution to the project was to provide the detailed information about the licensing of pharmaceutical activities in the EU and specifically in Lithuania. In addition, good European practices were discussed and optimal pharmaceutical licensing solutions were offered to Rwandan colleagues. There were many practical discussions and joint activities. Special emphasis was placed on the implementation of new IT technologies.
The trainings with the EU experts has contributed in development of the qualification processes of inspectors through different approaches, which are theoretical trainings that were offered and also coached inspections where the expert would accompany us to the field to see if we are putting in practice what we have learned through the theoretical trainings. So we have learned basics, GSTP requirements and standards, and also advanced. And this training we've taken into practice and put the skills, what we learned at the field, mainly during inspections, which has led us to the qualification of inspectors. So in general, that's what we learned to analyze and also ascertain any matters related to GSTP, mainly when we are doing the inspections and also when we are taking decisions to issue certificate to compliant sites.
I have opportunity to be part of this team who was in 2 countries, France, INSM, and Belgium, Cienzano. We learned a lot, like laboratory techniques, advanced techniques used in European laboratories, and other like safety in laboratories, how to prepare, preparation of samples, preparation of standards, review of documents. We already started to introduce it in our daily work, like to review our documents, and it will help us to increase the capacity of our laboratory.
I had opportunity by attending the different on-site training and the study visit organized by EU training agencies such as Paul Archer Institute, Cienzano, INSM, even other conferences such as the one that happened in EDKM. By using skills of European Union experts, we have tried to develop our regulation and the guidelines and review the law in collaboration with those experts. And it has helped Rwanda FDA to establish its batch release function.
From the expertise we have got from the EU experts through the trainings we have even improved our database. Those are where we record our reports that are reported on medicine, vaccines, and medical devices. We have again got expertise from EU experts that has contributed especially on analysis of safety concerns, especially in case of errors, and also how decision or regulatory decisions are taken accordingly.
It was a great experience for me to ensure the smooth execution of the mission, both for the expat coming to Rwanda and the Rwanda FDA staff going to European countries for the study visit. Being part of the twinning project team and witnessing its objectives being achieved was a rewarding experience for me.
The Rwanda FDA is growing, so it means they have to recruit some new staff. So that's why we found that it was really interesting to have one French organization that's called Paris-Saclay to train the senior people, finally to become trainer. We call that training of trainer.
We believe that this continuous relationship will help our staff to grow quickly and to ensure that they have achieved a certain maturity for the staff themselves, but also maturity for the institution itself in a sustainable way.
The journey continues with a clear destination: a healthier Rwanda boasting a robust pharmaceutical sector committed to global health standards. The EU Twinning Project stands as a beacon of collaboration, knowledge exchange, and shared progress, contributing to a brighter future in Rwanda's healthcare landscape.